I'd like to talk a little bit about civics education reforms in state and local governments and community-based organizations. So, and we'll open up the conversation to all of you. But Justice Sotomayor, as civics education evolves, how might we balance teaching the mechanics of government with encouraging critical thinking about issues like justice, equality, and the rule of law? And I speak a lot about this. How do we reach adults who may have gaps in knowledge? It's, you know, we talk a lot about children, and it's important. It builds the foundation, but if they don't have that environment at home that nurtures what they're learning in school, that's a problem. And certainly, adults make choices that not only affect themselves, but affect their families. So that kind of education is important. What are your thoughts on that?
I believe children can teach their parents. And I think that that's the one thing that schools fail to do regularly. When I've spoken to bilingual parents, I tell them, go do the lessons your children are doing to learn English with their parents. Ask your child to practice with them. I think the same thing holds true for schools encouraging children to engage their parents in conversations about these issues. Now, you asked, how do you balance critical thinking with structural information? I think they go hand in hand. You know, do we understand what the difference is between a king and a president? All right. And I think if people understood these things from the beginning, they would be more informed as to what would be important in a democracy in terms of what people can or should not do. But you can't make or criticize until you understand the reasoning behind the structure.
True.
And so for me, it's my hope that schools will do more of that, as I started the conversation with, teaching about the why, but also encouraging children to draw their parents in. I'm also a very big proponent of adult education classes, and so you're talking to the wrong person, because I would put more responsibility on schools.